Hello everyone and welcome to Karlo Baat. As you know, in Karlo Baat, it is our quest to ease the difficult topics for you. Myself Sujay Dikshit, Faculty Legal, CLAT Prep. So today's topic, I will be going to discuss a very important topic, a very important concept, right? Which many students say that they find it difficult, and the concept is res ipsa locator, right? See, let us discuss this concept of what is res ipsa locator. Okay, see, the res ipsa locator is things speaks for itself. So now you might be thinking that what actually is that the things speaks for itself. So in order to understand the concept of res ipsa locator, first of all we have to understand the concept of burden of proof. Okay, so now see, what is this concept of burden of proof? See, Indian Evidence Act states about the concept of burden of proof, which states that who will prove that. If you carefully try to elaborate the word burden of proof, you will get to know that burden of proof, who has the burden on his shoulders to prove to the court, right? Let's take a simple example. Let's say there is a fight between you and your sibling, right? And let's say you thrash your sibling. Okay, now let's say the sibling went to the father and is saying that you thrash him, you thrashed him, and let's say now the father, and now it comes on to the father. Let's say father will first call you, है ना? And then when you will approach the father will first ask from you that whatever complaint has been received by him on part of your sibling, whether he is saying truth or not. Now this is what, see, first of all, it is not like that whenever at the moment when he is going to let's say complain to your father is going to take action against you. No, first your father will ask the complainant, let's say your sibling, and your father would be, you would try to understand the concept up to that much level, on which he himself will be get satisfied कि हाँ, that there is a point, that there is a scope to call the other person. Then the father will call you. So my point is that burden of proof lies on the shoulders of the complainant. ठीक है, तो कंप्लेनेंट ही के पास ये बर्डन ऑफ प्रूफ होगा कि वो सबसे पहले उसको जाके प्रूव करना है. आज मान लो मैं आपके अगेंस्ट शिकायत करना चाहता हूं, तो मैं जाकर के पहले मुझे प्रूव करना पड़ेगा ना, पहले सारी बात समझानी पड़ेगी. जब कोर्ट ये मानेगा कि हाँ मैं एग्रीव्ड हूं, तभी तो तुम्हारी बात आएगी, तभी तो तुमसे पूछेगा कि भाई देखो ये एग्रीव्ड है, तो तुमने किया है या नहीं किया है, इस बात को बताओ भाई, तभी तो ये बात होगी. सो लेट्स से, ओके, सो लेट्स से इफ दिस थिंग गेट रिवर्स्ड, टोटली पलट जाए, रिवर्स हो जाए, तब क्या होगा? If this thing get reversed, then only we call that particular concept as res ipsa locator. Now how this thing gets reversed? Means if the things are such, means the evidence are such that there is no need now for the court to ask the complainant to elaborate or justify his complaint. I hope now you are getting what I wanted to say. Means, let's say the doctor performed an operation on the patient, okay, in the lungs. Let's say forgets the scalpel inside the lungs. Now this particular patient, after the operation is being concluded, is not feeling good, so he went for a sonography or something, for x-ray, and in the x-ray the scalpel was found inside the lung. Now let's say he files a case against the doctor for medical negligence. Now court will not ask this particular fellow, this patient, that first you convince us that there lies a particular action. No. Now court will directly call the doctor, and court will ask the doctor that you now justify, you now actually convince us that it is not your fault. And if you can't, then this court will going to pass a order against you. तो मतलब समझ में आया ना, मतलब रेस इप्सा लोकेटर का मतलब क्या होता है? थिंग्स स्पीक्स फॉर इटसेल्फ, यानी सिचुएशन पे एविडेंस इस तरह के मिले हैं जो खुद ही खुद के बारे में बता रहे हो. सो इन दैट पर्टिकुलर केस कोर्ट खाली उन एविडेंसेस को ही, उन सर्कमस्टेंशियल चीजों को ही देख करके जजमेंट दे देता है. तब वहां पर कंप्लेनेंट को जाकर के जस्टिफाई नहीं करना पड़ता दैट देयर लाइज अ मैटर. नो जस्टिफिकेशन रिक्वायर्ड. court directly calls the defendant. तो इसका मतलब you then can say that now in the concept of res ipsa locator, burden of proof shifts from the shoulder of complainant to the shoulder of defendant. मतलब सीधे डिफेंडेंट के ऊपर आ जाता है। अब नाउ व्हाट ही हैज टू प्रूव इज, ही हैज टू प्रूव दैट ही इज नॉट गिल्टी और ही हैज टू प्रूव दैट ही इज इनोसेंट. Now see, now see, let's say what is the definition. See, the concept actually falls under the concept of torts. So see, in most of the torts, the burden of proof is on plaintiff. Plaintiff is who filed the plaint, the complainant actually. But by the application of doctrine of burden of proof, it shifts on the defendant. क्योंकि केस में एविडेंसेस ही ऐसे हैं, बिकॉज इन दिस केस एविडेंसेस आर सच दैट द बर्डन ऑफ प्रूफ नाउ शिफ्ट्स ऑन whose shoulder? Defendant's shoulder. Now what was the landmark case regarding this concept? The landmark case is Bain versus Bodle. See what happens in the case of Bain versus Bodle. See that there was a barrel of flour falls on the plaintiff's head from upper floor of defendant's warehouse. So this Bodle was having a warehouse and Bain was standing, you know, at the gate of that particular warehouse, and this warehouse was multi-storied. So from the top of the warehouse, let's say a flour barrel, it falls directly onto the head of that particular person, Bain. Now see, the court held that the barrel could not roll out without the negligence on the part of the defendant. Of course, here the concept of falling of barrel on the head of the defendant, on the head of the plaintiff, still shows that there is someone who is negligent, because barrel is a lifeless object which cannot, you know, let's say roll out on its own. So somebody might be at the fault. So at the stage when court is looking at it, the court will get this particular, you know, apprehension that somebody is at fault, and probably the defendant is at fault. Like in this case, who is the owner of the warehouse? Bodle. So it might be the fault of Bodle. So now the burden of proof shifts on the shoulder of the Bodle because of the evidence itself. So court will not first ask Bain who threw that particular barrel on your head or what. Court will just see, okay, you were standing at the doors of the warehouse of the Bain of the Bodle. He will say yes, and let's say the floor of the barrel filled with flour falls on your head. He will say yes. Nothing else to prove on this part. Now everything shifts on Bodle. Now if Bodle is going to convince court that he is also not at fault, then he will be absolved from the liability. But if he would not be able to convince the court, this guy will be going to be charged under the concept of tort. Simple, right? As we see in the concept of Municipal Corporation of Delhi versus Subhagwati. Now what happened was that, see, Subhagwati and few more persons were, you know, were below this particular clock tower, and suddenly the clock tower falls on their head. Now in this particular case also, the court held that it is the duty of municipal corporation to prove whether they particularly are negligent or not, whether they particularly were careful or not. It is not the duty on the part of the deceased or the heirs of the deceased to prove that whether the they are, you know, careful or what. It is the duty of the other party. So what is res ipsa locator? The thing speaks for itself. People are going, you know, near to the clock tower, and let's say clock tower falls on their head, so it is not their fault. Now municipal corporation has to prove that whether it is their fault or not, or whether they were totally careful, or means the thing is such that it cannot be foreseeable. Now it is all the duty now falls on the head of the municipal corporation. Now I hope that you very well get the concept of res ipsa locator. Now let's see. A person went to the hospital and after returning suffering from flu, 1 week after. So see, in this case, this 1 week after thing will not make this concept as res ipsa locator, because we don't know what happens to the in the 1 more week, right? And next, see, versus a person went to the hospital for operation and found a scissor in his chest. Now this is something that can be related as a direct consequence. So this is something which is directly related. So this is the part of res ipsa locator where things speaks for itself, right? So with this, I hope that now you are very well versed with the concept of res ipsa locator. And with this, see you again in the next video. Till then, thank you.